Hazel had lived a third of her life in residential facilities, being treated for an identity disorder. She was an inpatient still, and the day that we met, she was expecting to be weighed and hoping to break 80 pounds. Each week, I spent up to 5 hours with her, and the rest of the time, she was receiving shots, invasive procedures, intensive therapy, and a rigorously supervised diet. When I put my hands on her, the patterning of her consciousness in her body appeared to stop at the neck, leaving most of her eerily unattended. I was startled. I had never felt anything like it. She was suffering from extreme dysmorphia, distorted perceptions of her own body, which had contributed to a wide range of self-destructive behaviors. Her background of trauma left her unable to hold still while I touched her head and face. Assessing her form and structure, every bone was talking to me. I could hold her shoulder blade in my hand like a little lost sparrow. Her loneliness echoed like rain on tin to my fingers. I'm a body worker, and I don't attempt to treat mental health conditions on the mental level. My role in my client's care team is attending to the body and its interface with the mind. And from that place, I'm privileged to see miracles. Hazel is herself a miracle. We decided to direct treatments towards discovering ways that Hazel could experience her own body comfortably, without fear or shame. We breathed, and we learned to breathe together. We noticed lost and forgotten sensations. Over several months, we started at her feet and worked up, waking up her life and her belief in her own life. The first time she really felt me through the soles of her feet. We both jumped as though a shock went through us. But then she developed a taste for it, for feeling herself. We opened her ankles and talked about finding moments of stability. We connected with her legs and her potential to carry herself. And each new area of the body, I started with simply holding her while she searched for the sensations of touching. I had to find new ways inside myself to handle the sensations she gave me, new ways to hold the sadness and despair with her. And she found new ways of looking inside herself and reaching out. I felt her growing hope and faith as a rich violet unfurling toward our point of contact like a coiled fern unwrapping itself. Part of what keeps my heart embracing this work is the extraordinary experience of tuning deeply into the change that happens inside people, slowly but surely, when they are held in love, to see the beauty within. When our time together ended, Hazel asked if we could hug. Of course. I could see so many differences in the vertical way she carried herself, the warm way she intoned her words, and her energetic invitation to connection, instead of running away. She told me that she had found a medical support camp where she could live and work because she wanted to invest in her life and support herself as much as she could. She had gained weight and energy and had tools to begin addressing her emotional experience and to answer her own anxiety with love. Angels sometimes need to be reminded. Having clients with such intense challenges so early on in my career was one of the heavy, glorious honors of my life. Working with Hazel allowed me to learn life, to feel the dark places inside of others and bring kindling to that spark within. I still draw on her lessons in my work, near constantly. Those lessons were there for me in many of my own dark places.